to the left, to the right, get it all night, night. To the left, to the right, get it all night, night. To the left, to the right, get it all night, night. To the left, to the right, get it all night, night. To the left, to the right, get it all night, night. To the left, to the right, get it all night, night.
I was talking in this seat, sat down. I was talking for 10 minutes and it wasn't recording. So, welcome back, y'all. Welcome back to Leah's pod. Welcome back to Leah pod. Did y'all hear the intro? Did y'all hear the music? I know it's cunty. I know it's cunty. You know who made it? Like, actually, like, produced it? That would be my best friend, Billy. That would be my best friend, Billy Bobby Brown. Okay? And I literally gave him one reference, and then he he just like bumped out like 4 tracks. And I'm gonna use every single one of them. I don't know how, but I'm gonna, because they're so damn good. Oh my god. Like, oh my god. And that day I sobbed. Because, you know, my last episode, I had the shirt on that was made by Angie, my other bestie, that says Leah's pod. And then now I have this, my own intro music that from the person I really love, and it's just for me. And it's just, friendship is so beautiful. Like, friendship is so beautiful, and I'm so grateful to be in the situation where, like, I do try my best to tell my friends that I'm very grateful for them existing in my life, because them just existing for me means a lot. Because I'm not the most stable person, or I'm not the most, let's say, stable person in the world. And sometimes it can be hard to be my friend, because I make mistakes and I repeat the mistakes. So yes, I get that it's hard to be my friend. So that's why I'm grateful that you're here. Okay. And I do try my best to tell them that I'm grateful that they're here. But once again, I'm grateful. I'm very grateful of my friends. I'm very grateful of my friends, especially the friends that have stuck around for this long. And my new friends that I've made along the way. I love them to goddamn death. Like, I love them. I love them. Period. I love them, period. So okay, I just came back from work. Right? My package was here. I also got the shirt. And it's not at all what I thought it was going to be. And I'm so fucking pissed, because once again, I'm fooled by the internet, and I'll never, ever, ever trust the fit that the model has ever in my life again. Because, you know what? Okay, I'm not gonna yell and shout. Because in the pictures, it's edited, number one. It's edited, right? And number two, they use samples of these clothes. So literally, it's literally, it can come out not as the same. You know what I mean? So, and then they're going to tailor, or like, they're going to like literally tailor the clothes to fit the model better. So for me to look at that and be like, you know what? That's period. And just buy it and then wear it and it looking like shit. What am I going to do? I'm just going to sit down and record a podcast, because I have so many things to say. Okay, guys, strap in. I have so many things to talk about. I don't even know where to start. I have so many things to talk about. Okay, so since the last episode, okay, y'all remember me talking about DJs, right? Me talking about these like tall, tattooed, like lanky, skinny guys that are obviously unstable and that are obviously insane. That I love y'all out there. Guess who like found me on Instagram and started DMing me? The men. The men that I want. The men that I want. They're DMing me right now. Like on Instagram. Can you believe that? I am so happy. I am so glad. Like that's literally self-PR. That's self-PR. You know, everyone should be horny online. Not enough people are horny online, or even if they are, they're not ready to admit it. Be horny online, not in a creepy way, but do self PR, and you don't have to wait for your type to just appear. Okay? Just state your type, and if they like you back, they're gonna message you. And I was delighted. Okay? I was delighted. But at the same time, what I thought was that maybe I'm not the best person to kind of do self PR and openly source the men of my type out there, because you know this right now I don't like anyone can see this video, right? And then anyone can kind of like approach me. I mean, like if I don't let you into my DMs, I can't even see your message anyways. But like still, like there are some like safety precautions. But the reason no, okay. Let me break it down for you because I'm so embarrassed to admit this. And I'm going to tell you a story, okay? A very extreme example of who I am as a person. Who I am as a person, okay? Okay, number one, I'm a lover girl. I'm a lover girl. I'm a lover girl. I have never met a straight man that matches my intensity of emotion. Because when I like a person, I would, you would know. Like, you would more than know. Period. Like, I love you. But I always try my best to not be like that. And it does, but it does happen. And I don't think it's in my control, because if it does happen, it consumes me. Like, it consumes me and I crush over that person for God knows how long. And it becomes bad. Like, not for the other person. The other person, like, wouldn't know. But, like, it becomes bad for me because it would affect my, like, I can't get anything done if I start, like, crushing on someone. And, like, as Billie Eilish and Amelia said, if you're not crushing on anyone in your life, what's the point of living even? I'm a lover girl. I love everything about love. I love everything about love. Like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't give a shit. Okay? I love. And I'm gonna love forever. Like, I feel like I'm gonna be like this forever. Like, I'm going to love. Okay? And it shouldn't matter, okay? But let me also, okay. So this was my one kind of extreme example. It's embarrassing. I know that it's embarrassing, okay? It doesn't, I know, like, look at me. I'm not proud of it, okay? But still, listen. It will be a little bit more than 2 years ago because it was like scorching summer. I met this guy at a bar, okay? But it was not this like loud bar with like loud music playing. It was like this very small bar. It's like underground and they play really good jazz music. And it's just like, if you know what a good bar is, you'll love it there. And I met this guy there. I will not reveal his name, this young gentleman. And he was there and he was a tourist. Okay? And when was he leaving Korea? The next day. Actually, the next morning, he was leaving Korea. Like leaving, fully leaving Korea. Because he came here to travel, okay? Oh my god. Y'all don't judge me, please, okay? Don't judge me. I know some of y'all out there, you guys feel me. You guys know how this feels, okay? Just, I will not be taking any questions, okay? Just listen. I met this guy. We started talking, and was he also very much like the type of person that I like? Yes. Like he had tattoos, and he was from London. It was a Londoner. And then I know how to do like an Essex accent because I watched like, oh my god, what's the name? Like the reality show. And like Too Hot to Handle and all that stuff. So I did like an Essex accent, and then like we were just having a good banter, yeah. And like I think we spent like 4 or 5 hours just like talking to each other, and I'm like, I'm in love. And I was like, I'm in love. I'm in love with you. I didn't tell him that, okay? That would be creepy. But I knew in my brain and in my heart, I was like, oh, this is something special for me. I'm going to love him. I'm going to fall in love with this person, right? So the person's leaving the next day. The person's leaving the country the next day. And the person is actually going back to London. So actually that person will be like across the globe, and that gentleman does not know when he could even come back to Korea. Okay? But that week, okay, because I met him on the weekend. So that following week, and it was a weekday, and I begged my best friends to go out and drink with me because I had to get this out of my chest, okay? I just gathered all my best friends. I was like, SOS, girls, we have to meet right now. I have something to tell you. I started oh my god. Okay, in retrospect, I know, guys, just do know that I know that this is not, I don't want to say normal, but this is not I guess normal, okay? Whatever. What is normal even? Normal doesn't exist. If you're normal, you're boring. And if you're normal, you don't exist, because I don't think normacy exists. Anyways, so I was at that point 27. In my ripe age of 27, okay? I gather all my best friends. They're all older than me. And most of them were already married. And I gather them, and I was like, guys, I'm in love. I'm in love. I know what I'm feeling, and I'm in love. I love this person. I don't know when he's going to come back to Korea. I don't even know exactly where he is right now. I only have his Kakao Talk. Oh, wait! Oh my god. Oh my god, I have his number. Oh my god, I just remembered. Oh my god, this is so bad for me. Okay, oh my god. I'm not texting him, okay? Ugh, it hurts. Okay, I'm not doing this right now. I'm not doing this. Okay, I'm not doing this right now. Listen, let's not. We're moving on. So I tell all my friends I'm in love. And I still remember their faces. So they were like, this girl, like, they were like, at that point, they're like, okay, babe. Like, okay, baby. Okay, hon. And I was like, Slay, I'm in love, babe. Like, Slay, I'm in love. I'm gonna marry him. Like, we're gonna have children. Somehow. Oh my god, that is so horrible for me. Anyways, so, like, I love to that extent. And what lover girls run on, our fuel, would be delusion. it being delusional and making up scenarios in your head with like just enough truth, just the enough amount of truth so it feels like it's gonna happen. And then I trap myself into that fantasy and I want to live there. But it doesn't happen. So I'm gonna chase it. Even though it's not real, I'm chasing it. Okay? It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. Because you know what? I want to be okay being alone. And I think I'm slowly learning that. I was talking to my coworker. I love her to goddamn death because she sits right next to me. And when I want to yap, when I want to start, like when I start talking, I don't shut up. And she, oh my God, like she would just sit there and she would listen to me, girl. Like I would talk about the most random things. Today, I was like, what do you feel when you look at a black hole? And then we started this discussion about like literally on our desks, like in the office, we started this long ass discussion of like how we're just nothing compared to the universe and like how we incorporate that, and also about like past lives and like reincarnation. And I think we talked about that for like 20 minutes almost. It was so fun. It was so fun. I love her to goddamn death. Yeah, I also talked about this with what was I talking about? Okay. What was I talking about? We will never know. We will never know what I was talking about. Okay, my coworker. What was I talking about to her? Oh yeah, being okay alone. Being okay alone. And oh, frontal lobe. Okay. So normal people, they develop their frontal lobe, average of 25, 26. I talked about the frontal lobe last episode again, and because I think it's important. I think my frontal lobe is not fully developed yet, but I can feel it kind of like clocking in, if that makes sense to you. I'm now 29, right? And it says, I read it somewhere, or I saw TikTok about it, but if you, substance addiction or childhood trauma can delay your frontal lobe growth somehow because, it's the brain and it's going to do whatever. And I think mine started to develop like from 2 years ago, since I was like 1 or 2 years ago, so like 28, 27. And then I think when I'm like 32 or like 31, it would fully develop. So I'm very, very much looking forward to my 30s. But anyways, because I believe that my frontal lobe is kicking in now. I think I'm better at being alone and having a structured life alone. To be honest, having a 9 to 5 job really helps me, and to have that consistency in my life is very important to me. And I'm very goal oriented and I love reaching those small goals, even though it doesn't, really matter to me like hugely. Achieving and approaching those goals and setting up those goals really makes me feel good. And that is going to be my day job for me. So, yes, I'm slowly getting better at being single, but I'm still like very freshly single because yeah, it hasn't been that long since I've been single now. Sorry. Um, and I dreaded it. I dreaded being single. I mean, I called off the relationship very fast, but then I dreaded being single because I know that I was horrible at being single. And by that, I mean that I always wanted to love someone. Because that feels so good to the point where that becomes the norm to me. And when that becomes the norm, and when that is just your life for a very long time, because I'm usually into long-term relationships, and when that's the norm, you start to get afraid when afraid for when you're single because you've never been like really, really okay, or I guess like content by being single. But yeah, so I had this, I dreaded being single, but you know, I knew that the relationship was over and done. So it was not that the heartbreak that scared me. It was the how am I going to digest and how am I going to control and kind of interpret this being alone, having my own place, like going to work, coming back, having my own routine, um, having like a space just for me. Like, how am I going to take that? And I've been taking that surprisingly well. Um, I've started decorating, I've started cleaning a lot more. A lot of people would say that it's still dirty, but I disagree because you should have seen it earlier, babe. I started like decorating. I replaced everything. I got like carpets, I got like my favorite pajamas, like I printed out my favorite posters. And I would have this like little things that I really love, and I would just like, just put it on my TV stand, and those things would remind me of that I'm being loved and I'm being appreciated. And I've been taking it surprisingly well. And then these days I'm also getting into the habit of reading again, which is I'm so happy for that, because I thought that like I had this streak of being so into reading to the point where I think I read for like 10 hours a day. Of course, I didn't have a job, but I was just so into reading. And maybe that was my form of escapism, but like I was so into reading. And I thought that, that phase would never actually come back because it was very intense. But I think it's slowly coming back, and I'm welcoming that stage because I'm slowly like getting into these stories, and then I'm slowly enjoying that peace and quiet and me just like turning the pages. I'm slowly just like kind of opening my eyes to that kind of joy again. And it makes me feel great, especially in the weekends. It makes me feel great. So that has been going on. So yeah, although I do have some, I guess like counter approaches or counter, like I can kind of be happy by myself, but to the core, to in my heart, I know that I'm still a lover girl. I know that I have that tendency to just this unsatiable yearning of love. And do I believe in love at first sight? Yes. Do I believe in true love? Yes. Do I believe in love lasting forever? Yes. Because it is for me. I'm almost 30. Don't say anything. Don't tell me that love doesn't last. Because I don't want to hear it. It's just you didn't meet your person. Okay? If that person is, oh my God, I know that I'm cringy. Okay, every lover girls are cringy. Don't even. And you know what? If men kind of matches my energy a little bit, they're gonna be cringy too. Okay? They're gonna be cringy too, and it's fine. Be cringy. You're hurting no one. Be cringy. It's fine. And be horny online, it's fine. Unless you're like embarrassing somebody or embarrassing or harassing someone else. Okay? It's fine. We're gonna be cringy, okay? And sometimes it's so enjoyable to be cringy together. Some people don't understand that because it's so cool to be cool and it's so cool to not care, but I care. I care, and I'm gonna be cringy. Okay? I'm gonna care and I'm gonna be cringy about it. I'm a very emotional person. I'm very intense. I love intensely, and I think that is something that should be cherished more Because I don't think a lot of people have this power to love genuinely. And I do. And I think that's special. And I'm going to think that as my strong suit. To know how to love and really enjoy how to love. Okay? I don't like playing games. And I will not play games. And this like whole like thing of like, oh, you have to like act like you don't want him for him to chase you, and you have to let him chase you, kind of like, like, not, you shouldn't reciprocate the love, because that means like that then the man just gets the satisfaction and will leave you. Shut up. I'm just going to love the way I love. And you know what? If that person takes advantage of my love and hurts me, first of all, it's going to be another learning experience for me. And number two, that was not my person. Okay, we weren't meant to be anyways. So I'm going to put myself out there and I'm going to hurt, okay? But I'm going to be brave about it. I'm going to tell the other person that I'm really like starting to feel something with that person, and maybe I get rejected. And that's going to be okay. That's going to be okay. Okay? And I'm not going to play games because it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time and it's a waste of energy. If you like that person, just like that person. How fun is it? Huh? How fun is it to like a person? Like you just look at them and you feel happy. Like how fun? How fun? How many experiences in life is like that? Just looking at that person and just like being like, that's like, wow. Like, I really love that person. Like it's very special. And how beautiful is that? Just let yourself love. Okay? And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm sorry for giving you guys a whole lecture and I feel like I'm yelling again, but I'm just that type of person. And I know that eventually it's going to happen again. Because every relationship sort of began like that for me. For me being just like determined and very, I am your person, you are mine, and together we are very strong. I will always support you. You will support me. And we will grow together. Like that has always been my kind of approach when it came to love and relationships. Like I don't need like fancy gifts or like these like grand proposals or anything. It's this like feeling of companionship and, oh, you will be there when I really need you, and I will be there when you really need me. And that kind of trust is something that is so enjoyable, and it will be enjoyable forever. So yeah, I know that it's going to happen inevitably. I'm going to fall in love. But if I am in a relationship soon, I will address it here. Y'all will know. But I don't think like I want to do like a boyfriend reveal. Oh my god, look at me being delusional. Look at me being delusional. I don't want to do a boyfriend review. Girl, you're not even dating. Like, you're not even consistently talking to someone. Can you not? Okay, that was a little bit embarrassing for me. But you know what? I'm going to talk about it anyways. So, I don't think I want to do like a boyfriend reveal, but because then in the future, I'll have to like take it down if we ever like don't work out. Or maybe at the moment I'll be delusional enough to be like, oh, we're gonna stay forever, we're gonna stay together forever, so this could be like a nice memory for us for when we were young. It's gonna be like either of those two, I know. But yeah, but every single time I meet a person, every relationship I think was like that, for me at least. I will be here for you. And I did think that they will be there for me. Even if they weren't, I kind of let it slide. because I think I was young and I didn't know much. And I think I didn't like self reflect enough to really know what really being there is. Um, because being there could be subjective, you know? Sometimes people, maybe leaving them alone when they want to be left alone is being there for them. Like, it's something that is very subjective. And then that's why communication is so important because if you care, you would talk about that with your person. If you care enough, you would talk about what matters with that person. And if those kind of personal space and being fulfilled comes from having personal time, you should respect that too because why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you want the person that you love be happy and okay all the time? Right? Um but yeah, so being there is subjective, and I feel like I also was very subjective, and I was shy to ask. I need you right now. I need you to be here right now for me. I'm not okay. And I was a little bit shy to kind of admit that, and I didn't want to seem weak. But I think now I'm very comfortable at asking help, and telling that person that I need you here because for whatever reason I need you here and I want you here. Yeah. Um yeah. So that's going to happen soon. Me being insanely in love with a person, who knows? Who knows? I don't even know who it's going to be. Okay? But I know that it's going to happen because I know myself. And it's not just gonna be anybody, okay? I need to have that like that click, that like, oh, he gets me, you know, because I'm the person that does not pull back. I don't. If I can be very bouncy. What do you say? Like if I feel something and if I see something, see something, say something. That's me literally. If I see something, I literally say something. But and if the guy is keeping up with me, and if the guy is keeping up with my emotional intensity at that moment and knows how to go through it with me, that would click. Like something would click inside me and I would I would just know. Okay? But I have not met a lot of people that can do that. Honestly, I think I've met very few. But anyways, that's that. And I don't have any stories of the week because it literally has not been a week. I just felt so yappy. I just want to sit down and like talk myself through this. So that's what I did. Um, yeah. Thank you so much for listening. But like I feel like, oh my god. Yeah, thank you so much for listening. Please, if you do feel similar with me, if you do feel that kind of like, I guess, familiarity with me, I would love to hear your story in the comments. Please, please tell me that it's okay. I know it's okay, but like, please show me some examples that y'all are out there struggling as I am. Because that'll make me feel like better. um, I love my friends. I'm very grateful. Um, I love all my companions. I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful for what I have right now. I'm very grateful for my dog being very healthy and loving to play with other dogs, loving daycare. Yeah, I'm very content. Love your lives too. Love your lives too. I can have 1,000 things that I can complain about, but I choose not to. Sorry. I hope that was recording. Thank you so much for listening. I'll see you next week. Bye bye. Mwah.